Courageous leadership is composed of 4 skills that are 100% learnable, observable, and measurable. Managers, CEOs, and leaders do not know what they need to become more effective. How can you grow bolder, more daring leaders? Courage is a collection of 4 skills that can be taught, observed, and measured. These skills include vulnerability, living out our values, the courage to trust, and the ability to soar. 1. Lean into vulnerability. Vulnerability is not about winning or losing, but simply having the courage to show up when you cannot control the outcome. Vulnerability is the birthplace of some of the greatest feelings humans can experience, such as love, belonging, and joy. 2. Daring leaders provide tough, honest feedback. It is kind to be clear and unkind to be unclear. In most cases, when we feed others half-truths or make them feel better, we feel better ourselves. It's also rude not to make it clear to a colleague what you expect of them. Stop talking in a meeting and listen instead of trying to make up a story about the person's behavior. It is much kinder to be clear and honest. If a meeting becomes unproductive, call a timeout and give everyone 10 minutes to walk around or catch their breath. 3. Core values act as a North Star and guide you through life's decisions. For courageous leaders, their values become a North Star to guide them in dark times. They live their values and are clear about what they believe and think is important. Consequently, they make sure that their intentions, words, thoughts, and behaviors are consistent with those beliefs. You cannot stay in tune with your values if you do not take the time to identify and name them. For Brené Brown, her 2 core values are faith and courage. Choose 1 or 2 values, hold on to them, and use them to find your way in the darkness. 4. Use the braving inventory to establish trust. Most of us believe we are trustworthy, but most of us trust only a handful of our peers. Trust is one of the most important values any organization can uphold. Brené Brown created an acronym BRAVING for the 7 behaviors that foster trust. The list BRAVING is designed to help you become a bold and trustworthy leader. Imagine that your mind is a vault of information that other people have shared with you, and that you should not share that information or experience that is not yours. 5. Learn how to fail. Brené Brown's company, Daring Leadership, makes it their mission to teach the skills of failure and resilience immediately. Teaching these skills upfront is key to building daring, courageous leaders. With millennials making up 35% of the American workforce, teaching people how to manage failure is even more important. 6. The myth of perfectionism prevents us from learning to rise. If we want to be courageous leaders, we need to become vulnerable and break down those walls. Perfectionism is not about self-improvement, it's about trying to earn recognition. Breaking through barriers means recognizing thoughts and behaviors within ourselves that we use as defense mechanisms. Perfectionism is a self-defeating and addictive belief system. Research shows that perfectionism is linked to depression, anxiety, addiction, and life paralysis or missed opportunities. A courageous leader sheds the protective armor of perfectionism and understands that failures happen and mistakes are made. Leaders are becoming less courageous and less authentic. We need to take off our armor, be vulnerable, live our values, and trust with an open heart. Becoming courageous is a rebellion because it requires us to jettison everything we think we know about leadership. For more 5-minute book digests, check our other videos. See you soon.